Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. That's 800-405-2561.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the West Coast, it's time for Ring Talk Live Worldwide.
Hey, yo.
For over 30 years, and still, your inside look into boxing and mixed martial arts.
You know what? As long as she fights at 135 pounds, I don't care if she's injecting a horse demon into her eyeballs.
Heard live around the world and brought to you by the World Boxing Organization. And now, live from the Ring Talk Studios in San Francisco, here's the host of the longest-running fight show in history, Pedro Fernandez.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. And yes, the man did not err. My name is Pedro Fernandez, the longest-running fight show in history. Of course, Ring Talk Live Worldwide, 34 years now in the making. We have a tremendous day of boxing all around the planet, folks. Of course, across the pond, the former WBO heavyweight title holder, Joseph Parker, 24-1. Of course, he poo-pooed in his last fight against Anthony Joshua. Anyway, Dillian White's across the ring, 23-1. That's going to be coming to you from the O2 Arena in London, UK. Of course, the Kissimmee Civic Center, straight up, Christopher Diaz hooking it up for a WBO junior lightweight fight against Masuki Ito. Of course, Ito 23-1, Diaz 23-0. This is on ESPN Plus. And of course, Mikey Garcia, the heralded Mikey Garcia, Oxnard, California, baby, 30-0. Undefeated now, taking on Robert Easter, 21-0, 14 whacks. Easter, a great record, but maybe not the greatest resume. And when you look at things as far as the odds are concerned, the odds are 16-1 in favor of Mikey Garcia. That's right, 1-6, 16-1. So if you want to bet on Mikey, you got to put up $16 to win $1. If you want to bet on the other guy, Easter, you only get 8-1. What kind of crap is that? Talk about snakes. Yeah, I'm talking about the Las Vegas Bushmakers. Open phone lines around the planet. You can call if you want, be part of the show. 1-800-878-PLAY. That's 1-800-878-7529. Of course, we've also got the guilt-free no-commitment text line. You can text me, compliment, rip me, do what you want, or make a statement. 415-275-1613. The text line, once again, 415-275-1613. You're listening to the Mighty Tower of Power, and my name is Pedro Fernandez, live from the Sports Byline Studios in San Francisco, California.
Well, you have to talk to my lawyer on that one.
How I'd love to walk down that golden street, hand in hand with you where all the love is sweet. Whoa, I'd love to go to Loveland with you.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's Home Advisor. Home Advisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that Home Advisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Home Advisor. Here comes the decision now. Let's listen.
Clarity in the world of professional boxing is spelled WBO. That's right, the World Boxing Organization is boxing's only transparent sanctioned body. You can follow the WBO on Facebook or check out their website, WBOboxing.com. That's WBOboxing.com. The World Boxing Organization.
We have a new heavyweight champion of the world.
You always said, Muhammad, you're not the man you were 10 years ago, right?
Right.
Well, I'm going to ask your wife, are you the man you was last year?
You'll get a quick answer to that.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
He is the greatest fighter of all times next to me.
Let my girl roll here for a minute. Let her roll. This is the First Lady of Soul, the late Mary Wells. Wow, Miss Motown, baby. That was basically the first Motown hits were all about Mary Wells. She was the First Lady of Soul. Not Diana Ross. She was. Anyway, she passed away, of course, a few years ago, smoking. Cigarette smoking. Talked about that till the end. Straight up, Mary Wells, an iconic figure. And where that song was recorded, I was in that studio many, many times. So, wonderful place. If you ever get to go to Detroit, Motown. Go see Motown, Hitsville, USA. It's on Granville Boulevard. It's a museum. Probably costs you $5 or $10 to get in, but get in, take a walk through it. You'll just be amazed by all the magical Motown memories of the Hitsville, USA Museum. Detroit, Michigan, baby. You're tuned to Ring Talk, live worldwide. Inside look at the world of boxing and MMA. Speaking of MMA, we'll switch gears at about 40 minutes past the hour and talk about Conor McGregor, of course, pleading guilty this week to a misdemeanor assault and that kind of good stuff. Listen, he's a head case. He was looking to make some headlines and things got out of hand. Some glass got broken, things like that. I understand. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, is he's just a drunk Irishman for the most part. I'm sorry. It just is. Anyway, tonight's fights. Let's talk boxing first up. Mikey Garcia and Easter. 16-1. Wow, 8-1 if you want to bet on Easter. That's a bit of a ripoff. So I guess Mikey's considered to roll here. But the odds makers really aren't enticing the underdog people to bet on the underdog when it's only 8-1 as far as the payoff is concerned. Diaz and Ito, pretty good fight there, no doubt about it. Now Dillian White, the unknown commodity in the heavyweight division. What does he really bring to the dance? How much does he really have? Of course, Joseph Parker, we saw what he had the last time. The ex-WBO champion. Man, was he a bit of a disgrace as far as defending that title is concerned, man. He went over to the UK and he fought in front of 90,000 people, and he fought, well, I would say he fought like a little girl, but the little girls I know would have fought harder. So I can't say that, okay? All I could technically say is that, he sucked. That's all there was. He put forth no effort. I'm going to put it to you like this. You're fighting on the biggest stage of the world, the grandest stage of them all. You're fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'll tell you about fighting for titles in a minute. But anyway, you're fighting for all the marbles, okay? This is it. The entire world is watching. Your family, your friends, your relatives, they're going to watch this like 40, 50, 150, 200 years from now. People are going to say, did you know that our great uncle about 200 years ago fought for the World Heavyweight Championship? And they'll say, no. You'll say, yeah, let me show you the tape. And then you show the tape. That was him. He didn't seem like he had too much as far as the intestinal fortitude department was concerned. In other words, he looked like he was fighting like he had the. I'll be honest. He had stones the size of a hamster. I'm talking about Mr. Joseph Parker. That's what he exhibited against in the Anthony Joshua fight. He never went for it. He was fighting a taller guy. Listen, when you're the opponent, you have to go for it. I mean, when the odds are against you, when the guy's bigger than you, he's stronger than you, he hits harder than you. I mean, he may be faster than you. You need to switch gears. In other words, you've got to do something. There's got to be a plan B. You can't go out there like Robert Guerrero and try to box Floyd Mayweather a few years ago. He had no plan B, so when he realized he couldn't box for a round and a half, the fight was horrible for the next 10 rounds. But Robert made a lot of money, and now, of course, the kid from Gilroy, California, no longer has to pick garlic. Not that he did before, but he'll never have to pick any garlic. I'm talking about Robert, the king of Gilroy, California. Of course, a 3-division world champion. When he beat up Andre Berto, knocked him down in the first and second round, surprised Berto. That sort of basically cemented his future. He was able to go on and take that Mayweather fight and make a lot of money. Whether he got minimum wage or not for fighting Floyd, he made a lot of money because I saw the house that he bought afterwards. More power to Robert Guerrero. So back to today's schedule. There's also a fight across the pond when that Dillian White card, of course, another heavyweight fight, is Derek Chisora. Remember him? The crazy guy? He had the David Haye, and he and David Haye threw like bottles at each other at a weigh-in a few years ago, and people were suspended in the UK by the British Board of Boxing Control. Of course, the foremost disciplinary board as far as the world of boxing is concerned, because nobody else gives a snot. Anyway, Carlos Takem's the opponent. Takem, of course, is not much of a fighter as well, but he's got about 6'4", 6'5" as far as height is concerned. Chisora and him should go back and forth. It should be a good fight as far as entertaining is concerned. And that's all I'm talking about is entertaining. Now, the fourth, the aforementioned Andre Berto taking on Devon Alexander. Devon Alexander, of course, a former champion. Berto, a former champion. That's going to rock and roll. Al Heyman doing a pretty good card there, no doubt about it. Also on Saturday the 4th, of course, Eliadir Alvarez taking on Sergey Kovalev. Of course, the beast that was once Sergey Kovalev before he ran into Andre Ward and got, timid. Yeah, he was made a timid guy. Andre Ward made him timid. Andre Ward made him timid to his thing. He isn't the crusher he was before Andre Ward got to him. And people say, oh, well, he didn't. Andre Ward got the first fight, but he probably didn't deserve that. Well, regardless if he didn't deserve the first fight, he sure did kick Sergey's ass and make him stop. He stopped him in the second time. So when he stopped him the second time, that basically made up for the fact that he was lackadaisical the first time. The fact that judges gave it to him in a close fight here in the United States, a former 2004 Olympic gold medalist, an American fighting a Russian guy, what can I say? Hometown field, it does count on occasion. Sergey Kovalev and Alvarez figure Kovalev's about a 3.5 to 4-1 favorite there, although the godfather Larry Merchant told me he thinks Alvarez can fight a little bit and he might be able to put up a good fight here. Good luck on that one. You are tuning to Ring Talk live worldwide. Your inside look into the world of boxing and MMA. Of course, we haven't got the fight set yet as far as set in stone. Talk about Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin, of course, the world middleweight champion. Unbeaten, good-looking fighter, no doubt about it, but he's getting old. Yeah, get out the Grecian. What do they call that stuff? Just for Men? Better start brushing his hair with Just for Men, baby, because he's starting to get gray. And if he isn't even gray in his hair, he's getting gray as a fighter. And I tell you what, he's 35, 36, 37. He's getting old. When you're old and you had like over a couple hundred amateur fights, you had all these pro fights, been fighting a long time, you're looking for the money fight. The money fight keeps getting away. Of course, he did get that one good payday. No doubt about it. A fantastic payday with Canelo Alvarez last year. Of course, that went to a disputed draw. Some people thought Canelo won. Some people thought Golovkin won. I thought Golovkin was a bit more aggressive, probably may have deserved a point or two decision there, but it was a close fight, no doubt about it. I can get away with a draw. The judge had it 10 rounds to 2, Adelaide Byrd. Well, what can I say? She made a mistake, and she was willing to admit that. Straight up, listen, in high-pressure situations, I think judges, I've known them for a long time, they err. They make mistakes. It just, the pressure gets to them sometimes. I mean, it just happens. People choke. I mean, she choked. This is absolutely no doubt about it. She choked in that fight, scoring it 10 rounds to 2 for Canelo Alvarez over Gennady Golovkin. So the rematch is all but set, of course, for September, pending an athletic commission meeting next month. Of course, the commission meeting is going to rubber stamp the fact this fight's a go. But, there is the cloud around it of performance-enhancing drugs. And, of course, Canelo Alvarez and his Clenbuterol or whatever it was called. Anyway, the bottom line is performance-enhancing drugs, Flintstone vitamins, they don't belong in athletics, but they certainly don't belong in combat sports. And I've said that before, and I say it again, is that you can't be given any artificial help in kicking somebody's butt and inflicting punishment and trying to hurt somebody. It isn't kosher. It isn't right, okay? I mean, you want to hit a baseball further? Go ahead. I don't give a snot about baseball. You're not hurting anybody. You're not inflicting damage on anybody. Like, okay, you want to shoot a basketball a little further? Go ahead. You want to hit a golf ball? I understand all that kind of good stuff. But you want to hit somebody? You want to inflict damage on somebody? You want to get involved in combat sports and use, of course, Flintstone vitamins, performance-enhancing drugs? Ban you, baby. You got to be banned. You got to go. There's just no doubt about it. Hey, life is short. Life is even shorter with brain damage, okay? And I got to tell you, you give a guy an instant kick, the extra little bit of dynamite, a steroid or a performance-enhancing drug gives to him, and that could be the end of somebody's career, if not somebody's life. Straight up, combat sports. Say no to performance-enhancing drugs, a.k.a. Flintstone vitamins. You are tuned to Sports Byline. This is Ring Talk live worldwide, baby.
Like I said, Pedro, I mean, you've seen me throughout the amateurs as a kid coming up. Guys like myself, Andre Ward, Nonito Donaire, we're doing things that are unheard of in boxing. Just stepping out and standing out from the crowd. So, it's what we've done our whole career, and it's the type of things that we like to do. So, I'm out here working hard and making sure that I filled into 147 pounds the right way.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
When you struggle with credit card bills every month, you're not just in debt. Debt is all around you.
I see people every day that are on the brink. They're going to go over the edge, and at the bottom is bankruptcy, and we pull them back.
At the Debt Helpline, we're experts at helping you resolve your debt problems and become free of debt. We can help you pay off your debt and give you one lower monthly payment that you can afford.
You do get to consolidate your payments. You only have to worry about making one payment a month instead of making 3 or 4 or 5.
If you have $5,000, $10,000 or more in credit card bills, call the Debt Helpline now for a free confidential debt analysis.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. Call the CESI Debt Helpline right now for a free confidential debt review. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
I'm not saying that Asian people look alike, but you know what's got to be the easiest job in the world? Has got to be one of those police sketch artists in Hong Kong. I mean, come on. No matter who you decide to draw, that's the guy. Of course, that's the guy. He's 5'1". He's got a haircut like Mo, and he's Chinese. What have we narrowed it down to? 1 billion people? We should find him by sunset.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
Little Tower of Power here was a cover album they put together, the Great American Soul Book, circa 2007, 2008. Hit the Billboard charts, but guess what? The new Tower of Power album, according to people that I know, has hit the Billboard charts, the jazz charts. It debuted at number 1 on the soul side of town. Check it out, Tower of Power, of course. You can get all the music at towerofpower.com. You are tuned to Ring Talk, live worldwide. You're inside looking at the world of boxing and MMA. Let's go through some WBO news before we go. Let's go across the pond, of course, to the land of the sun. Talk about Japan, baby. My favorite place, Tokyo, Japan. I'll never forget, they gave me like $300 a day to eat as far as my food stipend was concerned. $300 a day to eat. And I was eating downstairs at this chicken teriyaki place for like $6, $7 a pop. I kid you not. And pocketing the rest of their cash. That's just the way you did it. I mean, who wants to eat sushi? Not me. That's what they give me all that money to eat sushi over there in Japan. Go to the sushi bar upstairs, Hector, Pedro. It costs you like $125, but it's on us. No. Put the $125 in my pocket. Forget the sushi. And besides, I don't eat raw fish. Anyway, WBO news across the pond in Japan. Sho Kimura defended the WBO World Flyweight belt. It's 112 pounds, of course, defeating Filipino challenger Froilan Zulador. 54 seconds of round number 6. That was Friday in China. That's right, boxing fight. That's right, boxing rocking and rolling, baby, in China. I tell you, there's more people in China than there is in any other country in the world. There's more television sets in China than any country in the world, I've been told. And when I tried to negotiate that television deal, actually we did negotiate a television deal in 1993. We showed the first boxing match ever in the People's Republic of China. It was a WBO light heavyweight title fight on top. Leonza Barber was in part of that card. I think Mike Weaver was part of that card. It was a pretty good event. We had a good event. We got to go over to Japan, to China and do the first boxing cards there since 1949. So that was in 1993, the Brawl at the Wall. And, of course, we talked about doing television there. And I remember this Chinese man, we're arguing back and forth. We're arguing with Chinese officials as far as the money we want for the television broadcast. I mean, we're not going to give them this thing and have them show it all over China for free. We want some money out of it. They were expecting to get this. I kid you not. The Chinese people were saying, you're going to give it to them free. Are you? Anyway, we ended up negotiating for $210,000. I think we got $210,000 out of it. And we consider that pretty good. We're looking at maybe $300,000, but we got $210,000 out of it. So that was cool. Harold was happy. The people that we were working together were happy. But I'll never forget what that Chinese man said to me. He put his hands on the desk in front of me and he said to me, son, young man, don't let little money stand in the way of big money. And I understand what he was talking about then. And I reference that because the Joshua Wilder fight, of course, the battle for the World Heavyweight Championship, these guys going to fight somebody else, and they're both going to go off and get other opponents, and that's more power to them. I think they need to build this fight up a little bit more. But should one of them lose, it's all over. The big money's out the window. I remember Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe. That didn't happen. It was supposed to happen. Didn't happen. Okay, guys lose. Guys get beat. Okay, and in the world of the heavyweight boxing, especially, God knows what might happen. I mean, boom, timber. It's all over. Anybody hits anybody over 200 pounds, hits them right, it's lights out. I don't care how good your chin is. Open phone lines around the planet, 1-800-878-PLAY. That's 1-800-878-7529. I'll get to the text line before the next break. But Joshua, of course, the world heavyweight champion, has got all the belts, the WBO belt, IBF belt, WBA belt. I mean, he's got everything but the BC belt, and I think he'll get that pretty soon. Of course, I'm talking about Deontay Wilder's title, but he's going to be fighting. Looks like he won't go again. This is a little crazy. He's going to go with Alexander Povetkin. That's going to go November the 22nd. And then he's got this date circled. April the 13th, 2019, Wembley Stadium, outdoors. Of course, this is the 90,000-seat Wembley Stadium. This is where they want to do it, baby. They want to do this fight there. I'm talking about him and Deontay Wilder, of course, 2008 Olympic gold medalist out of Birmingham, Alabama, fights in that boxing hotbed, the Mecca of boxing, Mobile, Alabama. Not really, but, Jeff Sessions thinks so. Anyway, bottom line is Povetkin now, 34-1. Talk about a guy that's had some Flintstone vitamins background checks a couple of times, maybe 3 times. I think he's been popped for steroids, but not my favorite guy. He likes to cheat, but he can fight a bit. and he's tall and he's rangy and he's husky. And he'll try and he'll come to win. And of course, Joshua, the real deal, baby, turned pro in October 2013. As I said, the 2012 Olympic gold medalist, the real deal, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He got off the deck against Vladimir Klitschko, took a big shot to the chin, got up off the deck. I mean, he showed intestinal fortitude. He showed the fact that he is entertaining as far as a fight is concerned. He's also showed a little bit of patience in that last fight with Parker when he didn't go for knocking Parker out. He just was content to slap Parker around. I think the scores were like 118, 110, 119, 109. And 118, 110 again. But, that means like 10 rounds of 2, 11 rounds of 1, and 10 rounds of 2. So it was a dominant win for Joshua, but it was a boxer. It was a workmanlike win. In other words, he looked like he was trying to work 12 rounds. He didn't seem to go for the knockout. When he did, wobbled Parker on occasions. He didn't go in for the kill, and he wasn't looking for the knockout. He was looking to go 36 minutes as a heavyweight champion to see if he had the mettle to go 12 full rounds. He did. That helps him psychologically. Of course, this next fight against Povetkin, I hope they're testing Povetkin because Povetkin, as I said, has those steroid issues. He just does. I mean, he's a dog, man. You get caught once, twice, 3 times. How the hell can you get caught 3? How the hell do you get caught 3 times? 3 times for performance-enhancing drugs and still be allowed to fight? I guess if you're a Russian. Like, no knock on Russians, but, they sort of had that steroid stuff down early in like the 68 Olympics. You had those women throwing shot puts, right? And they needed to shave. They looked like Scott Cuddy about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a little stubble on their face, that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, that was steroids, okay? So they are like the king of steroids, the kings of cheating. There's absolutely no doubt about it. In fact, the entire Russian Olympic team, I think they were partially banned or they're trying to get banned. And, they had widespread cheating. I mean, they went into that. It was organized. The cheating was organized. Back to the heavyweight division. Povetkin's ranked number 3 according to BoxRec. Wilder number 1. I take it back. Wilder number 2 is 40-0. Joshua number 1, 21-0. Tony Bellew, I can't believe they got him up there 30-2. He was a former cruiserweight. Tyson Fury. The reason why I'm going through these heavyweight rankings this morning is that Tyson Fury looks like the real deal again. I saw a picture of him last week, and he looked trim. He looked trimmer than I've ever seen him look in my entire life. And it wasn't a trim like, I'm dying and I lost all this weight. It was like, yeah, I lost this weight. Look at me. I'm lean. I've got, knots in my stomach and that kind of good stuff. So Tyson Fury physically, Larry Merchant and I had often doubted his comeback ability because of the fact that he's a fat pig. He had the cocaine problems, said he was depressed, depressed. He had too much money and too much time on his hands, okay? But straight up, good fighter. Say what you want about him. Of course, I don't know if he's got a glass jaw, but he got a glass head because that one guy hit him on the top of his head and he went down. So he doesn't take a good shot to the head. But Tyson Fury, 26-0, he is the unknown commodity in this heavyweight division. And I think that if Deontay Wilder doesn't dance the way that Anthony Joshua and Barry Hearn, his promoter, and people like that want him to, he won't be the guy April the 13th. It will be instead Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury will be a bigger fight in the UK and in Europe than a Wilder fight would be anywhere. I mean, it'll be a mega fight. They could technically sell, really, in real life, probably sell 500,000 to 1 million tickets to this fight. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I kid you not. 2 undefeated champions going at each other because, Fury never lost. Fury got coked up and walked away, but he never really lost. So you've got 2 undefeated guys battling for the World Heavyweight Championship. All of it's on the line in the UK. You've got the Irish Gypsy. You've got Joshua, of course, the hometown guy, the home Olympic hero, the well-spoken guy, the articulate young man, and you've got this rough, tough kid, this guy, that's Tyson Fury. So it's going to make for a mega fight, and I would much rather see that fight happen than Wilder and Joshua. It's just a better fight, no doubt about it. Of course, Fury coming back, winning that first fight in June 9th. They take that back. Of course, Sefer Safari was the victim. He fell in the 4th round. Referee stopped the fight. But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury was a comeback winner, and now he weighed 276 pounds for that. That was a bit heavy. But he's coming back to fight Francisco Pianeta, who's 35-4. That's going to be in Belfast, Ireland. Of course, that's going to go down August the 18th, live on television in the UK, live on television all throughout Europe, and maybe if you've got an internet signal, you can steal it and watch it here in the United States. But I'm telling you, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, that is the mega fight. As far as heavyweight are concerned, and I really think it's bigger than Wilder and Joshua, mainly because Wilder can sell about 7,000 seats in Mobile, Alabama. Okay, Tyson Fury can sell 90,000 seats just about wherever he goes in the UK. Maybe 90,000, maybe 50, maybe 45. Okay, but Mr. Joshua can sell a couple 100,000 seats any day of the week. He could fight one guy one day and sell an arena. And fight, if he was ready to go the next day, he can go like a minute later. I kid you not. He is that amazing. He is really that amazing. I consider him to be the heir apparent to heavyweight greatness right now. But I've been wrong before. Yeah, hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes you go out there, but no opinions. That's not me. Straight up. You're tuned to Ring Talk, live worldwide. Gonna switch gears after the break. Talk a little mixed martial arts. Conor McGregor, we'll hear from his lawyer. Of course, Conor pleading guilty this week to a misdemeanor. Conor, the mouth that roared, the guy that conned himself into a Floyd Mayweather fight that made him like millions and millions and millions of dollars. UFC can never match that kind of money. That's what's sort of happening with the UFC, is that there's all this money he made in boxing. Why would you want to go back and do a UFC fight for like a tenth of what you made standing up and taking less of a beating from a guy like Floyd Mayweather than you would against a guy named Khabib? I mean, Khabib and Conor McGregor for the lightweight title, I don't think Conor could get out of the first round. I mean, Khabib's that good. He hits that hard. I kid you not. You are tuned to Ring Talk, live worldwide. This is the Saturday edition, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 8 o'clock in Honolulu, Hawaii, Saturday morning, of course, 2 o'clock in the East Coast, New York City. This is Ring Talk Saturday, live on Sports Byline.
We can all be quiet and peaceable and have a few beers together and listen to the music and not make any wrong moves.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from Resort Release, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares. Once you've made that decision to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, Resort Release is offering a Better Business Bureau accredited way to legally get rid of your timeshare, guaranteed. We guaranteed to get rid of your timeshare payments permanently. Even if you've tried another company to get rid of your expensive timeshare, call now and see if we can help you. At Resort Release, you don't pay anything until you're ready. If you're ready to learn how to permanently get rid of your costly timeshare, make this complimentary free call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539. Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Them belts are mine. Whatever they want to say, and they can say, oh, well, we took the belt, and now it's this guy's belt. You can play with those fake belts all you want. The real Jose was KO'd. Eddie was KO'd. You're looking at the two-weight world champion, and that's it. And that's it.
This is the same outcome that would have occurred if he'd been a non-celebrity. The DA's office thought through this very carefully. We appreciate the staff. We appreciate the district attorney's office treating this as it would any other case.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
Disorderly conduct. He pled guilty to disorderly conduct in Conor McGregor. Best of luck to him in his future, but he skated on this when people were hurt. He probably should have got slapped a little bit more than that, but money talks, baby, and Conor's got lots of money. UFC on Fox, number 30, coming to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, of course, later today on Fox, the big network. That's right, FOX, the big network, baby. On top of the main event, Eddie Alvarez, former Bellator champion, of course, former lightweight champion as well of the UFC, taking on Dustin Poirier. Dustin's a very live underdog here. And the co-feature, and I was a little suspicious of the fact that they held a weigh-in about 12 to 15 hours earlier than they would have held a weigh-in. In other words, they held a weigh-in like almost 48 hours before the fight. I think it was to allow Jose Aldo to make 145 pounds, a former featherweight champion, two-time featherweight champion, I believe, of the UFC. Scarface, to call him what you want, the most dominant player of the game in those lighter weights there for a while, taking on Jeremy Stephens, of course, the real gatekeeper at 145 as far as the UFC is concerned. If you can't beat Jeremy Stephens, time to walk away, I guess, for Jose Aldo. Joanna Jay's on the card. Fantastic strawweight fighter, 115 pounds, taking on Tasia Torres. Of course, that's a female bout. Women always give their all, be it in boxing or mixed martial arts or no holds. I mean, anything goes type of fighting, because they realize the entire world is watching them, and they will cast judgment on the entire sport of women competing in combat sports if they dog it out, or there's a possibility of that. The preliminary card, that's what the main card just went through. Jordan Main, pretty good fighter, take on Alex Moreno. Some other fighters on the card. I don't know. No names are jumping out here, but that's just the way it is. The UFC is hurting for talent. I've talked about this in the past, that, they've got people coming in that you've never heard of before, which is good, because you've got to have new blood. There's no doubt about it. You've got to have new blood, but you can't force new blood on people in a pay-per-view manner. So they've got to stack these new people on these UFC on Fox cards, and UFC on, the Fox Sports 1 and Fox Sports 2 and Fight Pass to an extent. And those, all these different entities in which UFC has for distribution, they've got to take advantage of, because I think right now the UFC is hurting. And I've said this before, but I just get this feeling. I've sort of got this feeling as a fight fan that the UFC started beginning to not matter as much. I mean, you've got a heavyweight champion who's the B side of any record at heavyweight. You've got a light heavyweight champion who's the same guy who's the B side of any record at 205 pounds. So, I mean, he's the B side both at 205 and at heavyweight. So you bring in an A side type of guy, Brock Lesnar. He and Brock Lesnar are probably going to do their wrestling, go back and forth, because both outstanding wrestlers. Mr. Cormier, of course, a two-time world amateur champion, but, there's no doubt about it. Bigger guy, stronger guy. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar, good ability, good wrestler, good wrestling base. So these two guys, wrestling is their forte, but watch them end up knocking each other out. Because, Cormier was the wrestler that he was. He went into that world heavyweight title fight, I thought, overweight with Stipe Miocic, and he knocks Miocic out in the first round. Knocks him out. I mean, he knocks out the boxer. The wrestler knocks out the boxer. That's what these guys they're becoming so well versed. In other words, it's not like when Cormier came into the game, he brought his wrestling into the game. That's about it. He was a good wrestler, okay? Then he learned striking, he learned jiu-jitsu. I mean, you learn all these different arts, and you put them all together. That's why you've got to be a complete fighter in order to reign superior today in the world of cage fighting or in ring fighting as well. Because if you're not together, both mentally and physically, okay, you can't seize that moment. And in the world of the UFC, especially in this cage fighting stuff, you're possibly only going to get one moment. And when I say that is because there's so many different ways to lose. Who would thought that Cormier would knock out Miocic? Miocic, a former Golden Gloves champion. Who thinks that he would get knocked out by a guy that couldn't spell box? You put the letters on a piece of paper in front of him. talk about Daniel Cormier, the reigning heavyweight champion of the UFC. Heavyweight means anything above 205 pounds. Light heavyweight in the world of the UFC means anything below 205 pounds. Right now, the same guy from Santa Clara, California, American Kickboxing Academy, that's his gym down there, of course, Cain Velasquez, his gym mate, but he is the world heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. Now, speaking of Cain Velasquez, of course, missing in action a long time, got fat a couple times, man. And when you get fat, sorry, pal, but his neck disappeared. Sort of like an old Latin woman, you know what I mean, where the neck their necks just disappear. They don't have any necks. It sort of goes like, they go like from their chin down to their chest. There's one big mass there, okay? And that's what Cain sort of turned into, robbing that taco truck he was working at. Okay, he owned it. But, he was hitting that taco truck up all the time. That was a couple years ago. He went to close to 300 pounds, I thought. His eyes were like pudgy. You could he had to struggle to open his eyes. There were slits. He was that fat, okay? He was that fat. Now let's say he's got his act down, his weight is back, but injury prone. Injuries. I mean, that's what Cain Velasquez was all about, all those injuries he had. And, of course, surgeries here, injuries there. He's been worked on like the Bionic Man. I think he's had back surgery twice. He's had knee surgery once. He's had his hand worked on as well. So there's 3 parts of his body, and he's had at least 4 surgeries. So 4 surgeries, combat sports, the heavyweight division. As I said earlier, you got to strike when you get that opportunity. Cain had that opportunity, and injuries let it go away. You hear what I'm saying? You only get that chance to stand out there and show your stuff maybe once or twice. And if you don't do it, Cain had a lot of opportunities, but if you don't do it and you fail to do it, people forget about you. Go back to the taco truck, baby. We don't want to hear about Cain Velasquez anymore. We don't. Cain Velasquez is an afterthought. He's just an afterthought in the heavyweight division. He's one of those guys that maybe could have been something. Of course, him and Cormier, I would imagine he could beat Cormier. Sorry, Daniel. That's just the way it is. Of course, these guys are both teammates, stable mates, that kind of good stuff. There's never been talk of the two fighting, but were they to fight, I think that Cain would possibly be a slight favorite because of size and punching power and things like that. But then again, Cormier has been active and Cain hasn't. And of course, activity very, very. It's a prevalent. I mean, let me tell you, if you're not active, it doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't feel natural to you. Fighting has to feel natural. That's why you have the training camp, 6 to 8 weeks. I used to train like 12 weeks for a 3-round fight. I would train of course, I'd train for tournaments, but I would train 12 weeks, 11 to 12 weeks. And if I didn't train 12 weeks and I trained 8 weeks or 7 weeks, I had to hustle things in and I didn't get things prepared right, and you rush things. And when you rush things, you're not ready mentally. You can get ready physically, but sometimes you're not ready mentally. You've got to be able to get yourself to the best condition physically in order to perform well mentally. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I'm telling you, Alexis Arguello, the late Alexis Arguello, of course, the world champion, the explosive thin man, skinny, El Explosivo Flaco. That's what they used to call him, the skinny, explosive thin man. Of course, out of Nicaragua, Nicaragua's favorite son, the Michael Jordan, their Muhammad Ali, their Bruce Lee, everything. He was everything. Okay, but he told me in 1982 when I was getting ready to fight for the Golden Glove Championship, he said to me, if you get yourself in the best condition if you get yourself together, Pedro, in the absolute best physical condition in the entire world, and you train hard as you can, and there's nothing else you can do, your mental conditioning will fall in line. It will be there. It goes hand in hand. And I didn't know what he meant until I went out there and got myself into such shape. I was down to 134, 135 pounds. I kid you not. I'm fighting at 139, and I got on the scale one morning at 134 pounds. Ah! Everybody screamed. Took a couple days off from the gym, the whole night. Everybody, look how light he is. Yeah, they thought I was dying. Looked like I was from a refugee camp as far as health was concerned. But, making weight, that's the real fight in fighting. I keep telling you guys that time and time again. The real fight is getting in shape and then making the weight. And then some guys think if they make the weight that they're in shape, and that doesn't work that way. The great Roberto Duran, of course, who I worked with him, and my good friend Hector Martinez was his manager for a while. But if Roberto thought that his weight was everything. In other words, he weighed 152 pounds for a 154-pound fight. He said to me, I'm in great shape. Not really. And he really wasn't. So, it didn't work for Roberto. It just didn't work. Getting down in weight was cool, but like the Benitez fight, if anybody knows anything about boxing, he fought Wilfred Benitez back in 1982 and looked horrible in Las Vegas. I mean, just looked horrible, losing a 15-round decision. Back in the days when fighters went 15 rounds. Of course, MMA, 5 rounds. 5 rounds for the main event and/or a championship fight in the world of mixed martial arts, except for Bellator. Bellator has been doing a lot of 3-round title fights, which, of course, it irks me because you can't – listen, the 4th and 5th round, much like the 11th and 12th round in a boxing match nowadays, in the old days, the 13th, 14th, and 15th round of a 15-round title fight, those are the championship rounds. Those are the rounds that prove the medal as far as the boy versus the man, the girl versus the woman. That separates the two. That's what it does, 12 to 15 rounds. I think Roberto told me that, and Ray Leonard told me as well, that, them changing that rule to 12 rounds from 15 rounds preserved them and allowed them to fight on. It allowed their careers to go further than they would have ever went, because they could have never done the stuff that they did at 12 rounds in the late 30s. I mean, at 15 rounds, just couldn't have done it. 15 rounds was a different world. I mean, I watched guys fight 15 rounds. They would pace themselves differently. They trained differently. They fought differently. It was a different ball game. It was a longer ball game, and of course, some people thought it added a lot of punishment to a fighter, that 13th and 14th and 15th round, where he was drained, he was tired, and that 12 rounds was enough. Of course, Jose Sulaiman, the then late president of the World Boxing Council, guys come up with that 12-round fight. And of course, some people hate him for that, but boxing is what it is. But UFC, I think UFC is leading the show as far as the 5-round main events for television is concerned, and 5-round main events for title fights. That's cool. That's cool. Bellator going 3 rounds just doesn't work. Scott Coker, wake up, man. Nobody wants to watch a, quote, championship fight that's only going to go 3 rounds. No way, no how. You are tuned to the Mighty Sports Byline Broadcast Network, Ring Talk Live Worldwide. Don't forget, UFC on Fox 30 tonight. Check your TV guide for that, coming to you live from Alberta, Canada. Straight up UFC on Fox TV. The big network, Fox, baby. Of course, boxing, Showtime, ESPN2. Man, rocking and rolling. Boxing's got it going on tonight. And, of course, live from the UK, Dillian White and Joseph Parker in the heavyweight fight, slated to take place probably in about 2 or 3 hours. Check out your internet pirate sites to watch the fight. You're tuned to the Mighty Sports Byline Broadcast Network.
I mean, it's enough to make your head explode.
Results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services. If you owe the IRS back taxes, payroll taxes, or have not filed your returns, the IRS will get you. They can take your property, take you to court, even put you in jail. One call to Wall and Associates, and your tax problems are solved. Wall has saved clients over $150 million in the last 5 years. Our average client settles for about 10% of what is owed. With one call to Wall, you'll never need to talk to the IRS again. We offer free face-to-face consultations in your local area. Remember, Wall has a proven track record with a total client savings over $150 million. Call now for your free face-to-face consultation. 800-813-9940. 800-813-9940. 800-813-9940.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Call the CPAP hotline now. 800-430-4234. 800-430-4234. That's 800-430-4234. Copays and deductibles apply. Supplies are replaced in accordance with Medicare guidelines.
Are you an inventor who would like to try to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to companies? But you don't know what to do next? Call for free information from InventHelp. InventHelp, a leading inventor service company, has been helping inventors since 1984 and has sales offices located in more than 60 cities nationwide. you'll want to talk to the company that has helped secure more than 7,000 invention patents. So call InventHelp. Even if you have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll still want to call InventHelp for free information. You'll find out how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to companies. So call now.
Call InventHelp at 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. Get your free information by dialing 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. 1-800-316-1738.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
This is real. He can push me down, but come when we get into the octagon, I'm going to smash this dude. He hates getting punched in the face. I'm going to punch him over and over and over.
Daniel Cormier talking about Brock Lesnar. Yes, Brock does hate getting punched in the face. Who doesn't hate getting punched in the face? I think Daniel Cormier hates getting punched in the face as well. Of course, television tonight, boxing on Showtime, boxing on ESPN Plus, boxing from the internet on the internet from the UK as well. A heavyweight fight between Dillian White and Joseph Parker. The UFC on Fox tonight. That's rocking and rolling as well. Don't forget the Sunday edition of Ring Talk Live Worldwide features the Godfather Larry Merchant and Johnny Sig. Johnny Sig will take us between the Las Vegas ropes, right? Go down to Sin City and bring in Johnny Sig weekly on the Sunday show. So Sundays, Godfather Larry Merchant appears here, of course, on Ring Talk Live Worldwide, as does the great John Signorella, right here, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 8 o'clock in Honolulu, Hawaii, each and every Saturday and Sunday. Ring Talk Live Worldwide, of course, 2 o'clock p.m. and the East Coast. Straight up, Ring Talk coming to you 34-plus years now. You're inside looking at the world of combat sports, be it boxing or MMA. Now, am I excited about tonight's fights? I am, because you get to bounce around from channel to channel, get your DVR going, get your computer going. It's sort of fun. I like it when there's boxing on different channels. People say, "Oh, it's a bit of an overkill." They say, "No, not a bit of an overkill." I mean, don't watch the internet for results and this kind of stuff, and you got to probably watch one or two fights delayed. Of course, it's not like the old days where you had to turn off your answering machine when they had USC cable fights on Tuesday night, and they'd have the fights on the East Coast, and they go live on the East Coast at like 9 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock out here, and then somebody would call you at 8:15 and tell you, "Hey, did you see the fight? So-and-so got knocked out." No. And then they would show it here at 9 o'clock, and they would spoil the evening for you. It's not that way anymore. The Internet's got everything hot and happening. Of course, results are like, they're right there at your fingertips, no doubt about it. Now, who wins tonight's fights? Mikey Garcia probably prevails over Mr. Easter. The odds makers have got it 16-0, but 16-1 as far as odds are concerned, and those odds are like, man, I haven't seen 16-1 odds in a long, long time, but they only paying 8-1 on the underdog, which I think was a bit of a cop-out, okay? All right, that's going to be a good fight, no doubt about it. Of course, it will put Mikey Garcia in a position to take on Vasyl Lomachenko. That's really the fight that he needs to take on, of course, 135 pounds. The fighter tonight who wins, according to Easter, will be the best 135-pounder in the world. Of course, there's the asterisk with that, and a lot of people think that Vasyl Lomachenko, the once-beaten 135-pound WBA champion, is the best lightweight in the world right now. Well, that remains to be seen. Christopher Martinez and Masuki Ito are going to hook it up on ESPN Plus at 9:30 tonight. Eastern time. That's for the WBO 130-pound title, the World Boxing Organization 130-pound title. Let me tell you about the World Boxing Organization. We are going to the land of Managua, Nicaragua, the home of Alexis Arguello, the former late great three-division world boxing champion. We're going down there October 29th through November the 2nd. Paco Valcarcel, Francisco Valcarcel Sr., the president of the World Boxing Organization, will lead the crew, of course, in Managua for our annual convention. We'll do the ratings for our fighters. Of course, some champions will be there. It'll be a fantastic event. If you'd like to take a cruise with us, it's like we're not going on a boat, but we're going to cruise down there, to Managua and tour around Managua, this and that. You can be part of the convention package by checking out WBOboxing.com. Check out the convention news at WBOboxing.com. You can figure things out. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Come with us, have a good time, spend some time around some great fighters, some great people. The World Boxing Organization, nothing but clarity, no doubt about that, in the world of professional boxing. They are clarity. You are tuned to the Mighty Sports Byline Broadcast Network. This has been Ring Talk Live Worldwide. The Saturday edition, of course, Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock in Honolulu, Hawaii, each and every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Ring Talk Live Worldwide. I want to thank my producer, the great Scott Cuddy. I want to thank my, people that inspire me day in and day out. And they're out there, and I can't name them all, but you know who you are. I thank you so much for being part of the Ring Talk family. Don't forget, Sunday, Ring Talk Live Worldwide rocks with segment with Johnny Signorella, and the Godfather Larry Mitchell will be here as well. Until next time, peace, love, and lots of respect. You tune to Ring Talk live on Sports Byline.